Purchasing is complicated. We start with a forecast and inventory on hand to create a purchase order. To be effective, though, we also need to look at safety stock, order cycle, vendor requirements, and overstock. Alright, before we get into forecasts and suggested orders, let's start from the beginning with inventory position. Our two variables related to inventory position will be time and inventory cases. At the base of the inventory position is safety stock. This is determined based on a few different factors. A SKU that is erratic and variable will have a higher safety stock level. SKUs with longer lead times or infrequent orders will also increase safety level. On the other side, we will see lower safety stock for consistent sales volume SKUs and those with fast reaction times. The next piece in the inventory position is lead time days. There are two primary lead times in the system, quoted and forecast. Lead time quoted is the vendor-stated lead time. Lead time forecast is what the system actually uses for the inventory position and the time expected until receipt. The system is pretty smart. Unless directed otherwise, it will auto-adjust a vendor's lead time forecast based on history, making life a bit more efficient. Next is order cycle, which is how often we purchase based on the optimal combination of storage cost, PO creation cost, warehouse handling cost, and freight income, all while trying to minimize total cost. Vendor requirements is the last piece of our normal inventory position calculation. Buying multiples, brackets, vendor minimums, etc. all flow into vendor requirements. Any excess inventory brought in with manual SOQ changes or forced orders will be labeled as overstock and goes at the top of our inventory position view. So we have looked at the different pieces, safety stock, our cycle stock, which is lead time, order cycle, and vendor requirements, along with any overstock. This is how the system defines the range of our inventory position and where the balance stands any point in time. This of course becomes much more complicated when looking at many SKUs on the same vendor, but it is an essential foundation to understand how and when suggested order quantities are calculated, which we will cover in the next video.